How's it going, everybody? Been a while since I had a new video. Been trying to put together the time for this for a while. Basically, what I want to do is kind of walk you through how I'm reading volume when I'm day trading, in how to stay in a trade, how to get out of a trade, why you would stay in, why you would get out, those kinds of things. So I'm going to use Facebook from this last Friday, which was the 25th, trading day of the 25th. So this is on a 5-day time scale. I'm just going to kind of walk you through, um, basically assuming that I was in this trade um, right at open. So how I would proceed if I was buying, this would run up, it would come back down, candle closes green, I would stay in for the next candle for confirmation. Next candle is pretty good sized volume compared to the first, but it's still fairly small overall. So it goes down, we're going to stay in it at this point. The next candle is also green. It is engulfing the one to the left, but it is on lower volume. So I'm kind of wishy-washy here. It's not confirmation that it's going up or down. The next one is again lower volume red, but it's completely a bearish engulfing candle. Now I'm more inclined to say we're going down just based on the low volume bearish engulfing. The same kind of goes for here, but since we're already trending down from the daily high, that's where I'm going with this. And obviously, I know the future because I can see it, but just hang with me. So then the next candle is much, much bigger volume in red. So if I was in calls and I was worried before, I'm definitely getting out on this candle at some point. That just depends on what you have your stop loss for this given trade, for example. So let's say we're going to get out. Our stop loss is going to be the pre-morning low. So that's this bottom green line right here at 341.81 ish. Um, so we got out and we immediately entered puts. Okay. Now it goes down on that big red volume. The next bar is even bigger red volume, regardless of the fact that it was all the way down here and it ran back up to here. That volume bar says, nope, we stay in our puts. The next volume bar is confirmation that we stay in our puts. It closes red, not the greatest candle, but it closes red, and it's on lower volume, but it's the confirmation of the big volume. The next candle, the volume goes up and it's red. We stay in the trade. The next candle is red, but just barely. So we're going to look to the next candle for confirmation. This candle goes up on even bigger volume. So now I'm on full watch for whether or not we should stay in this trade. The next candle, red, on pretty good volume. That's not like a low volume pullback. That's pretty good volume. So I'm a little bit concerned, but at the same time, the fact that it's that much and it's red, I'll stay in. Then we get the next one, it's green, it's on lower volume. Gonna wait and see the next one for confirmation. Next one's green, I'm out. Next one's red, I stay in. So next one's red on low volume. Can think of it as a low volume pullback, but we want to wait for the next one. We want to look at the next one for confirmation. Next one's again red on low volume, but it's still not 100% confirmation. If this candle right here at 735 was that much volume, I would immediately be thrilled to stay in. This one I'm staying in, but I don't love it yet. This candle comes in much, much bigger volume and red. Now I'm going to stay in. This candle red, again, confirmation. The amount of volume is kind of neither here nor there, as long as it stays the color that you want. Next is red, same deal, but a little bit more volume. This candle, don't love, even though the volume is higher, because of the kind of candle it is. There's a lot of buying pressure coming in around here. The same thing kind of happened over here when we had reversal. Okay, so this is a very similar candle, but the wicks are not as big. So this I don't love on its own. Then the next candle comes in green. And we look to the next on bigger volume. We look to the next candle for confirmation, and it's green. Now, again, it's that same kind of, I think it's called a spinning top candle, as the other ones, which can mean that it's a potential reversal. But the volume's good enough at this point. I've noticed a trend here with the spinning top candles around these levels. I'm probably going to say at this point, I'm going to get out. But let's see what the next one is. Next one comes in and it's red on lower volume. It almost corresponds to the low of the day. In this particular trade, at this time of day where you know that volume generally doesn't change drastically, it's probably a good opportunity to get out. It's at a, I mean, I don't know what this level is exactly, but I have it drawn on here that it's a level that's important. And seeing price change on it twice means I'm probably going to get out of the trade. Um, I'm going to continue just for a little bit more, a little faster for the kind of the rest of the day and the trend. So after we got out of our puts, we get bigger green on big green on more volume, so then it goes up. Next candle for confirmation. Green, we stay in. Red, low volume pullback. A little bit more green, look to the next for confirmation. No confirmation. Look to the next for the next trend. It's big volume, it's green. Look to the next for confirmation. Nope, no confirmation. Then this one's a little bit more low volume. Volume comes back in. It's green. Look to the next for confirmation. No confirmation. Big green. Look to the next for confirmation. Get confirmation. But then we get a follow-up candle of bigger volume than the previous two, and it's the other color. Basically, without going through each single candle here, this is very indicative of basically chop. Goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, which can often lead to a bigger move when it finally does break out of this little zone. So we're just going to kind of skip ahead. We don't get a huge move on it today, but big green confirmation, still going up, low volume pullback. A little bit worried. Let's look to the next for confirmation. Nope, back to green. So we're still going up. Confirmation, going up, low volume pullback, slightly more getting worried. Let's look to the next for confirmation. Green. Nope, we're still going up. Green, higher volume, look to the next for confirmation. Get it. Low volume pullback, no big deal. Big volume green, look to the next for confirmation. No confirmation. Look to the next. Okay. Look to the next here. Bigger volume, still low volume, but bigger than the previous. Now we're heading down. Bigger green, looks to the next for confirmation. Red. Confirmation, heading down. Big green volume, look to the next for confirmation. Nope, it's red. Next is red. We're heading down. Then we get the big red drop down to here. But basically that's how you do it. This isn't maybe the best example because it's kind of choppy, but that's kind of what I wanted to walk through. I'm going to probably do one or two more examples, but I'm going to do them shorter following this one.